Assalamu alaikum guys, welcome back to Civil Engineers YouTube channel. Today in this short video lecture I am going to discuss about basic knowledge for civil engineers. If you are working on construction site, if you are studying, so these important points can help you because I am discussing the technical terms and some important information is related RCC, column, beam and slab. So let's get started guys. The first one is minimum spacing of column is 2.5 meter or 8 to 9 feet for residential building. As you can see guys, this is RCC column, this is one column and this is other column. So the span between, the minimum span between two column is 2.5 meter or 8 to 9 feet. Okay, so here guys, remember this is for residential building, so the size should not be less than 9 by 9 inches with including 4 numbers of steel rods. Dia should not be less than 12 mm. As you can see guys, the size should not be less than 9 inches by 9 inches including 4 numbers of steel rods, okay, which dia should not be less than 12 mm. So this is for minimum spacing of RCC column. Okay, the second one is maximum spacing of column is 7.5 meter or 24.6 or 24 feet and 6 inches, okay, for residential building. So if the span is up to 24 feet or from 20 to 24 feet, so you are not able to say that the size of the column should be blah by blah, or we can use 6 numbers or 8 numbers, because for this span between two column you can hire the structural engineer to give you the size of beam, column, inside steel reinforcement, etc. Okay, so this is very important because for normal residential building you can keep up to 24 feet and 6 inches, but you cannot decide what should be the size, what should be the steel reinforcement, etc. So that is the work of structural engineer. Okay, so for normal residential building, if the span is from 13 to 14 feet, so I will tell you at the end, okay, because I have already here. Okay, I will guide you. Next guys, for normal residential building, in the construction of foundation, beam, column and slab used M20 grades concrete, which ratio is 1:1.5:3, where 1 part is cement, 1.5 parts are sand and 3 parts are crush or aggregate. Okay, so this is very important. So don't use less than M20 grade of concrete for normal residential building, because grade of concrete is very important. So in this case you can also use the water cement ratio. You can keep up to 0.45 to 0.6. okay, this is the ratio of water cement ratio, WCR. Okay, next guys, we have the fourth one, RCC column legs length should not be less than 12 inches. Let me guide you here. So this is RCC column. Here we have the legs which we can connect the footing steel reinforcement or at the raft foundation steel reinforcement. So these legs, okay, so at length should not be less than 12 inches. So this is very important. Okay, next guys, the fifth one is from 1 to 2 story. It means for G plus 1 story residential building, the size of the beam should not be less than 9 by 12 inches, where depth of the beam should not be less than 12 inches. So here you can see this is beam, plinth beam or floor beam. Okay, so the depth should be 12 inches and the width should be 9 inches. Okay, so you can use here for normal residential building 1 to 2 story. You can keep normally 3 bars at the bottom, 2 at the top. In compression zone 3 bars, dia should not be less than 12 mm. So here you can keep also 10 mm, no problem. Okay, 2 bars. Okay, and here 3 bars. Remember this. This is the fifth one. Okay, now guys, the sixth one is if the column size is 9 by 12 inches, so used minimum 6 numbers of steel rods. So here guys you can see the column. So if the column size is 12 inches by 9 inches. So don't use 4 numbers of steel rods. Okay, so in this size you can keep 6 numbers. Okay, the dia should be not less than 12 mm. Okay, 6 numbers and 12 mm dia of steel rod. Inside ties dia you can keep up to 8 mm with the spacing of 150 to 200 mm C/C, center to center distance. Okay, the next one is, guys, here the 7th one, in floor beam construction, bent up bar or extra bars are very important to resist negative bending moment. So let me guide you for this. As you can see, guys, here this is floor beam. Suppose, okay, this is column. On the top of this we have you can see, guys, so this is column, this one is also column, and this is beam. Okay, floor beam you can say. So here, guys, we are providing the steel rods. So at the distance of L by 4 here and L by 4 here. Okay, so you can use bent up bar or crank bar like this, guys. You can see again it will be going to the upward side like this. Okay, so bent up bar or extra rods you can provide here to resist negative bending moment. So this is very important because here we have negative bending moment. Here we have negative bending moment at the distance of L by 4. Here we have positive bending moment. To resist negative bending moment or to resist the cracks, here we have more chances of cracks. To resist negative bending moment, we are providing extra steel rods or bent up bar, but bent up bar is economical as I draw here. Okay, the next one is, guys, the 8th one is concrete cover for all members, if that is beam, column, slab, okay, or waist of the stair. So it should not be less than 25 mm, but for normal, for slab you can use from 25 to 40 mm. For stair you can keep up to 25 mm. Okay, for column you can use up to 40 mm. Okay, so this is very important. It should not be less than 25 mm or 1 inches. The 9th one is, guys, angle of the 9th one is angle of stair should be between 25 to 40 degree. As you can see, guys, this is here you can see this is landing, and you can see like this. As you can see, this is stair. So this angle, this one, it should be between 25 to 40 degree. That's why, because if you increase the angle, okay, so we are not able, or no one is able to use this staircase. Okay, so therefore it's very important, if that is school, college, or for any type of building. Normally for normal residential building it should be between, so normally I'm using 33 degree for normal residential building because we have children, we have women, so therefore I'm using 33 degree. So from 25 to 40 degree you can use it. Okay, so this is very helpful. Next, guys, the last one is normal spacing of column is 4 meter. For normal residential building you can keep up to 13 to 14 feet. Okay, so you can decide the size of the column, so you can keep up to 9 by 9 inches, no problem. You can use it for single story, okay, for 1 story. If you are going for 2 story, so you can increase the size of column, which will be 9 by 12 inches, 6 steel rods for 13 to 14 feet for single story. So you can keep 4 meter span, and you can use 4 bars, 9 by 9 inches. Okay, so hope this short video can help you to know about basic knowledge for civil engineers. So these are some technical terms which I have discussed the front of you. Hope this short video can help you. Thanks for watching. See you in next video. Goodbye.